One feels eerie when one writes a book and the same thing plays out in real life. What happened? Well, remember my book, Who Painted My Money White? Yeah, that book. Just saw something that played out in Maharashtra. I bet you this has happened in other states also. But the fact that I noticed it being executed to a T tells you that the people in India, especially the politicians of a certain ilk, know how to win elections and know how to route money in and out of your bank accounts at will, which means there were some collusions with some people in these banks also. So the book tells you what happened in a fictional manner, but this is what played out, according to me, in India in the last 20 plus years. Now, what is happening in Maharashtra today? I'm going to share with you a slide deck that will tell you all the parallels that you want to see between my book and what is playing out in real life. And 125 crores coming into some people's accounts and then mysteriously disappearing, and look at the ingenuousness of this scheme. It will blow your mind. Here we go. But first, please like this video and share and subscribe to our channel if you have not already done so. Thank you. 24 locations across Maharashtra, Thane, Vashi, Malegaon, and several places in Gujarat, Surat, Ahmedabad, under Prevention of Money Laundering Act. Malegaon trader, the guy's name is Siraj Ahmed Harun Memon, a trader who owns a tea and cold drink agency, was accused of misusing bank accounts for electoral malpractice involving rupees 125 crores. These raids are part of an ongoing probe over 2,200 suspicious transactions over a period of time, and these are all linked to this case. Mayman opened multiple bank accounts in Nashik Merchants Cooperative Bank. This is where the plot thickens. There is a Nashik Merchants Cooperative Bank, and here Mayman opens multiple bank accounts using others' KYC under the pretext of agricultural business. This is where the whole deal about what happened in NSDL came about. And 𝗣𝗚𝗅, who was the CEO, who was going to go to jail, instead gets turned around and get appointed as a chairman of SEBI. I mean, this whole thing was rotten under the UPA guys, completely rotten. Now, what has happened? FIR has been filed by the Malegaon police, and this was on November 7th. And the complaint was filed by 12 youngsters who said crores came in to their account and then disappeared without their consent. Cooperative banks are the place where the maximum mischief happened. In fact, if you remember, when demonetization came, and the first day Sharad Pawar supported it, and the second day, when he came to know that you cannot exchange old notes for new notes in a cooperative bank, he immediately opposed it. I mean, this is all facts. And look at the names: Jayant Misal, Ganesh, Pratik Jadhav, Pawan Yadav, Manoj Misal, Nanraj Bhachao, all Hindu names, all Hindu names. And these 12 innocent youngsters, see, one day they have 15 crores in their account, 2 days later, gayab, disappeared. Now, 153 bank branches are under the scanner in various states. So, this is not just one cooperative bank. I believe there is more to it than that. And this complex web of financial transactions is being investigated, and the investigative agencies think that this could be used to influence the upcoming Maharashtra polls. BJP leader 𝗬𝗍𝗫 𝗍𝗪 labeled it a vote jihad funding scheme, claiming funds were misused for elections. Maharashtra is all set for elections for 288 seats in 3 days' time. Remember what you are up against, voters. This money will be used to buy votes, and the whole thing revolves around large sums of money being put into bank accounts and being withdrawn. Like I said, there's a collusion of bank officials in this, and I think they resorted to this step because perhaps the money availability was not there, or the election commission is beginning to catch the vehicles that are carrying money for election purposes. Now, the agency has identified bank accounts that were used for suspicious financial activities, especially between September 23rd and October 3rd, just before the Maha elections. Last week in India, elections is very critical. I think it's very critical in every country also. That last week is when you are going to line up the thing, you're going to distribute the money to the nodes so that everything is ready, and either the night before the polling or very early on polling day, that's when the money actually gets distributed. There is some way these guys track whether the money was useful or not, in that whether the money that they gave to person A, did that person vote the way he had promised or not. Even that is being checked. I don't know when they are going to start breaking your hands if you take money from one party and vote for another one. This is the next logical step. Clearly, the elections are, except for the EVM machine, there are a lot of other things that can be played around. If you start looking at it, what are the fault lines, there will be a lot of things that you can see that can be used to play around with the entire process, and hence the verdict. The agency is also looking into allegations that the money will be used for electoral purposes. Of course, it will be used for electoral purposes. Why the timing between a month before the elections? Is it possible that this was a terror fund? This was also going in for funding terror? Because that's another thing that you can do. Create an event and then try and say, oh my God, look at it. It's now the Mahayuti government and they don't know how to do law and order. Give it to us. We will maintain law and order and the way it should be done. And MVA is your only party to go to. You get the spiel. So this is where things stand. I hope you understand that the amount of money that was brought in 2000, early 2000s to probably up to 2014, that probably has run its course, maybe, I don't know. And now they are being forced to adopt other methods to start funding elections. In a way that it is getting harder to fund elections is a good thing, in my opinion. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.